Hey there guys, my name is Caleb, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a review of the Mr. Freedom Lot 54 buckleback jeans. So first things first, little disclaimer, Mr. Freedom is my absolute favorite brand. I love their clothes. They are such a great quality, a pretty fair middle of the road, middle to high tier as far as price point goes. But when it comes to their ideas and their designs, they're just the absolute craziest. They're so unique and they're just awesome. So the owner of Mr. Freedom is named Christophe, and he is actually a Frenchman who lives now in the US and makes all of these amazing clothes. His collections are mainly based off of US militaria, workwear, and Western wear, as well as some French heritage workwear. He has a partnership with sugarcane, and so he does lines that are made in Japan with sugarcane fabrics. He often uses sugarcane fabrics for his mainline pieces, and then he also does some Made in America lines as well. So this pair of pants is the Lot 54 BB, which means buckleback. So these are his Lot 54 fit, which is a mid-rise, straight, wide leg, straight leg. Personally, by Mr. Freedom standards, this is true, but if you compare the width of the leg on these pants compared to a lot of other brands, I would call these more of just a regular straight and not a wide leg straight. So when it comes to details here, we have this beautiful pocket here with the Veg Tan Mr. Freedom patch. These pants do have hidden rivets right here at the top. You can see there's a lot of wear coming through right here. Then you can also see one of the most unique parts of these pants is this patch right here, which is where the buckleback used to be before I cut it off. So here, this is the Buckaroo patch. So Mr. Freedom also makes another pair of pants called the Buckaroos, which are based on old Western pants and have something called frog pockets and this little cool patch in the back. And so what Mr. Freedom was trying to do with these pants was make a more modern looking jean with a bit of these old Western motifs. And so they added this beautiful little patch right here, which has this cowboy with a hat on, and it says Mr. Freedom Sugarcane, and then it has the sizing right here, which is a waist of 33 and a length of 34. So these used to have a buckle back, and I actually managed to save it after the last year or so of having it. So it used to be like this, but the issue was I bought these when I was about 20 pounds heavier, and so once I lost weight, I needed to cut these off because this goes right over where the belt goes. So in order to wear a belt to cinch these even tighter than this waist cinch would allow. So after washing them over and over again, I actually did manage to get them to shrink to fit me better, but by this time my tastes had changed and the pants are actually a bit too low rise and a bit too skinny for me personally. And so because of that, I actually am going to be getting rid of them. So Mr. Freedom pants are great because they have a really, really classic array of patterns. And overall, if you prefer pants with a medium rise and a straight leg, then they have a great variety of patterns for you to choose from. The highest rise that their pants go is around 12 to 13 inches, which personally for me is just a little short. It'll sit right at your natural waist, right below your belly button. And for me, the way my body is, I just can't wear those without it falling down. And so I need something a little bit higher to sit on my hips and to give me a little bit more room. That's just my personal preference. Overall though, these pants are great. They have the classic Mr. Freedom M stitching, which is obviously a play off of what a lot of other brands do. Some people think that their stitching is too loud. Personally, I think it's great. Once it's on, you're never going to notice it. You're not going to look, and it looks really, really great in pictures, and it looks really classy. So looking at the front of these jeans, they look pretty normal. You can see there's riveting here on the coin/watch pocket, as well as riveting here on the regular pockets. You can see there is a bit of this stitch outline right here, which I'll show you later is where you put a name tag on the back and the inside. You have custom Mr. Freedom buttons right here that say Mr. Freedom, LA, and California. And so overall, these pants are really, really beautiful. They've worn super, super well. They were super comfortable when I first got them, and they've been awesome. I believe they're a 13-ounce denim. I could be wrong by 1 or 2 ounces, but they're roughly right around there. These are great for all year round wear. I've worn them in the middle of the winter, I've worn them in the middle of California summers, and they are always super comfortable. So one thing Mr. Freedom always does that makes their pants really unique is that they always do really interesting fabrics for their pocket bags. And so let me show you what we have here. These pocket bags on these pants are this really cool bright red canvas. I guess it's more of a, it's not bright red anymore, but there's really nice red canvas. You can see here on the left side, there is a spot for a name tag and a little rate for your return price if these ever get lost. I think that's really cool and really unique. It's not something that a lot of brands are willing to spend extra money to add a nice fun detail like this, and I really admire that Mr. Freedom is willing to do that. You can see here Mr. Freedom also has an inside sizing tag because that outside sizing tag is not on most Mr. Freedom pants. Here you can see when you look inside, overall, the stitching is really neat, and all over the pants the stitching is really neat. Mostly flat felt seams here in the back, as well as some chain stitching here around the top. The only part where there is a lot of overlock stitching is here on the inside of the fly, which actually in some of these spots like here goes over a selvage line, which is interesting. I would be interested to find out why exactly that is. When you look here on the inside of the leg, you can see there is this red selvage line. I want to say these are made with cone denim, but I could be wrong. And then here on the inside part, there is this seam with overlock stitching. I do wish this was a flat felt seam like you can see on some other brands like the Monseves & Co. pants or on some Nigel Caborn pants. I just think it overall makes your cuffs look a lot neater and nicer. It's not the end of the world, it's a really small detail, but it's just something personal that I would, if I could have it one way, I would have it that way. But it's definitely not something worth changing what you end up buying for a detail that small. So with a price tag of $330, these pants are decently expensive, but a few things that you can always count on from Mr. Freedom are great customer service. You can email them at any time or call into their shop, and they're always super helpful. They can answer any questions you'd like. You can also email them and they get back to you very quickly. You also get a great amount of details. Mr. Freedom is full of whimsical, fun details and additions, and that really plays into their whole brand and their whole idea. Being in Hollywood, a lot of their stuff is in the best possible way, very fun and costumey, and that's one of the reasons that I really love the stuff that they make. Unfortunately for me, these pants just don't fit my personal taste anymore. The leg is a bit too skinny and the rise is much too low for my personal taste. And so because of that, I am going to be getting rid of them. This has nothing to do with the quality. It just is just a personal taste preference that has changed. But I really would recommend these pants to anyone looking for a classic, beautiful straight fit. I think Mr. Freedom probably does the best contemporary or mid-century straight fit that I've seen. And I think that if that's what you're looking for, these are a great piece with a lot of great details. And if you're looking for something even more old-time looking, their Lot 44 series, which they have in a few limited bigger sizes, like 34 and up, are amazing. You should really check those out. And then if you want something a tad more contemporary, the Lot 64 fit is also great. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. These are a great pair of pants. I'd be happy to answer any questions you have, or feel free to talk to the people at Mr. Freedom. They're all super helpful. I love their shop, and I love all the stuff they make. These are a great pair of pants. I'm sad to get rid of them, but I hope they go to a home that'll love them a little bit more than I'm giving them. So thank you for watching my video. Please like and subscribe, and have a great day.